Dan Egenolf, rowing for the Indianapolis Rowing Club, and we're going to be in the Masters F Division double competition. So.
Yeah. And I am Jay Woodard, and I'm rowing with Dan tomorrow in the same event.
I mean, I was at Purdue. It was my sophomore year. I've been rowing. This is my second year of rowing. And then Jay started. He was on the freshman team. And actually, we rowed 3 years together at Purdue. So that was really how we met, and just even stayed together since then through different experiences, friendship, opportunities.
Dan was the icon on the team. He was the team captain, the team president. When as I moved up to the varsity level, and some key figurehead on the team is somebody that everybody looked up to, and it was just always a privilege. We rowed with a lot of big guys. Dan and I were by far the
smallest guys.
And we were always in the bow.
We were always the scrappy guys they threw in the back.
Yep.
Just row like crazy back there. Don't worry about us.
Keep the boat set.
Yeah, keep the boat set.
Yeah. When you're 20-some and you're rowing, you never think about being 60-something and rowing. You just don't think about it, because what you're doing constantly is pushing yourself to the limit. And it was a very physical sport back then, and it still is a very physical sport. Of rowing that is about knowing the team and knowing the boat. But as you get older, you become even more aware of how do I make this boat go? Not out of my own physical abilities, but out of skill.
We keep telling each other, let's go out and have a good time. I mean, okay, this is literally 40 years almost to the day when we were setting up this course for the men's nationals, and we rowed in it and did pretty well, at that level. But today we really just said, look, we've had about 3 months of training. We've hardly been in a boat together. Let's just go out and have fun. This is a celebratory row.
Yeah.
We're celebrating the fact that we're alive.
Yeah.
We still care about each other, and we still have great memories to share, and that's what we're here to do. I've just seen the investment in the sport was life-changing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's life-changing mentally. It's life-changing for a long time into the future because of what you have to do physically to develop for rowing. And then third, I really do think that it's a very unique sport. There's something about being out on that water and the experience of that boat just skimming across that surface that is... I just fell in love with that experience.
There is no other sport like rowing. The one thing about rowing that I'll say, especially in our generation, or the generation that we're all living in right now, is everybody becomes very independent-minded. You know what? Rowing teaches teamwork like no other sport can. Because you have to surrender yourself to become one with the team, whether it's a pair, whether it's a double, whether it's an eight. And that's the beauty of rowing, is that not only do you get to the end of yourself in the journey and realize there's more, but you also find what teamwork is really all about.
Because our program didn't really have a lot of resources, and we rowed against other teams that had huge resources. We'd go up there and we'd have these old pocock boats that were made out of wood. We'd have wooden oars, and we would line up against these teams that had, at that time, fiberglass boats and really nice. They had the Concept 2 oars, and we'd look across, and I still remember our coach. He'd say, "Boys," he goes, "it ain't the chariots that win races." He goes, "It's the horses." And that just burned in my mind. You can go and you can line up against anybody. You can look at their equipment, you can look at what they've got, and then you just realize that in rowing, it's who's going to pull the hardest, who is going to outpull that other boat. And those kinds of things, I just say about life. We all have different philosophies of life, but generally speaking, rowing is a great teacher of philosophy of life, of how you should approach your life. Give it all you got.
Yeah.
Pull hard. Don't look at everybody else. Stay in your boat. Keep your eyes in your boat. Work like crazy, and in the end, you're going to be successful. You're going to figure it out.
So it's just gratitude, is to be able to sit here with Dan, to be able to share, and be able also to look back and say, none of this was us. All of it was other people investing in us. So that would be my thought.
Good word.